Call this meeting to order. Good day, all. January 22nd, 2021. Special meeting this morning. Curry County Board of Commissioners, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of the agenda, Commissioners.
So
Introductions here real quick. Okay, let's have introductions. On the far left, Director of Finance, Brad Rickard. To my immediate left, Commissioner Christopher Pash. Myself, Court Boyce. To my right, Commissioner John Herzog. And to his right, shortly here, Curry County Legal Counsel John Huddle. To his right, John Jesuit. So I'm going to go to Director Rickard, please.
I do have one item to amend the agenda. We need to, in addition to what's on the agenda, we need to appoint Mr. Barnes as with signing authority and take Mr. Baker's signing authority off.
At Umpqua Bank.
At Umpqua Bank, yes.
So that's on the assumption that we
yes.
complete item 4. Thank you. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Do you have anything?
Nope.
I'll make a motion, we approve the amended agenda.
Second?
Little discussion here. I just want to make sure all the commissioners have an opportunity to speak about why we're here today and offer some input. So if you still want to continue with your motion, and a second by Commissioner Herzog, we can do that.
Then discussion, right?
More discussion?
I don't need any more discussion.
Roll call, please. Staff Jesuit. He's handy.
Commissioner Pash.
Aye.
Vice Chair Herzog.
Yes.
Chair Boyce.
Yes.
Motion carried unanimously.
So, assuming we have board approval, we're here to accept the resignation of newly appointed County Treasurer Douglas Baker. This is our 4th treasurer in probably 30 days. And so I'm going to ask the board to move with tremendous due diligence so that we can even take a deep breath and make sure we're headed in the right direction. This has been quite a time. This is a special meeting today. I don't think it's an emergency meeting, but of the 10 meetings we've had in January, it might be one of our most important. So just communicating with the citizens, we're aware of where we're at, and I want the board to know I did put some information on your desk here. Talked to Brandy McNamee, similar to McNamara, but anyway, she's the president of the Oregon County Treasurers Association. She's going to be continuing to send us information. Whoever our new treasurer appointment is, I'll make sure he or she or everyone from this board gets consistent information available there.
I didn't receive that, just so you know.
I think I put it on your desk there.
No?
Is this what you're talking about?
Yes.
These are my 2 documents that I
Can
brought.
pass those
Here, I
over.
want to make sure you have that.
Thank you.
Very good information. Just real quick notes here. Ms. McNamee, I'm sorry, is the treasurer. She is the finance director, and she's also the tax collector of Jefferson County. I'm a little bit familiar with Jefferson County. It's roughly the same size as Curry County, so somewhat comparable. And that sounds like she's doing everything by herself. No, but she does have an excellent staff. And she's very interested to help Curry County, all counties for that matter, any way that she possibly can. And as we go down this road of a new treasurer and one more time fill this vacancy, I believe that she'll be a tremendous resource. She did have a couple notes here that obviously her greatest responsibility is to protect the county assets. And part of what makes her job easier as a treasurer and safer in that level of protection is she has a 5-member board five-member advisory board. And I think one of the questions we asked our interviewees last Monday was, would they be acceptable or favorable, excuse me, to an advisory board? That board, by the way, is five-member. It's her as treasurer, tax collector, and finance director. It is their county administrator, Jeff Rasmussen. I just got an email from him the other day on another subject. He comes to the county. They're very affordable because he's retired, so he's not full-time. But he does contribute to that advisory board. And then, of course, it's the three commissioners. So nothing gets invested, nothing gets moved without, and that's just one county, of course. I'm not saying that's the only way, but it was nice to learn that. And, you know, as we research that more, we might want to look into that if it could be a good fit for Curry County. And then through what she referenced, that's in that one single page that I gave you, the government portfolio on advisors, and she sent me a link on that. Some of it, of course, is 70 pages. Another document she sent is 40, but I was very happy to be able to spend some time with her and get that information, and again, emphasizing she's more than willing to help down the road. I don't know how long she's been president, but comes highly recommended throughout the state. So, next on the agenda, do we already have a motion there? No, to accept, sadly, Mr. Baker's resignation.
We have a motion and a second.
Do we? No, that was on the
Oh,
consent
I'm sorry,
agenda.
that was the agenda, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
So I'll make a motion, we accept the resignation of Douglas Baker as treasurer.
I'll second that.
Any more discussion? You're both talkative today.
Commissioner,
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Pash,
Aye.
Vice Chair Herzog,
Yes.
Chair Boyce.
Aye.
Motion carried unanimously.
So just a little bit of additional discussion here. We had two top candidates who were number 2, which was David Barnes, and number 3 was George Rhodes. I sent Mr. Rickard and the board an email today. Could we consider going to Monday, 8:30 if you want, 9 o'clock, and re-interview those two people? I don't know, Commissioner Pash, you may still want to be considered for the treasurer's position. It just gives us a weekend to kind of regroup. You know, that's where I stand, and I think I don't want to act in haste here and be in the same position again a week from now. Not predicting that. I think Mr. Barnes on the agenda here has tremendous credentials, but I think just having that time would give us a little added cushion. We may get public input, we may not. So I'm asking the board to just consider re-interviewing the second and the third. Everybody turn their cell phones on. To consider re-interviewing a second phase, if you will, of those two people, of the 5 that we I think did a very good job interviewing last week. Commissioner Pat, did you have something?
No.
I think you were first.
Yes. My comment is that we've already basically appointed David Barnes. I believe our conversation in the meeting was if Mr. Baker was not able to fulfill his obligation, that Mr. Barnes would be seated in council. You may want to comment on that as legal counsel.
Well, thank you, Commissioner. You call it a conversation. It actually became a motion, and it was voted unanimously to that David Barnes would be appointed in the event Mr. Baker didn't work out. So essentially what Commissioner Boyce seems to be asking for is a reconsideration of that decision, and it's up to the board if you want to. Because it was a unanimous decision to appoint Mr. Barnes, the rules on reconsideration is only someone who voted in the majority can ask for it even. But since Chair Boyce did vote in the majority on the decision to appoint Mr. Barnes, he can ask for reconsideration, but that's totally up to the board.
Go ahead.
So I would like to, at this time, make a motion to confirm David Barnes' appointment as treasurer until the next election, which will be the primary in May of 2022 and election in November of 2022.
So you wouldn't be in favor of re-interviewing the top two candidates or somebody else that might want
We've
to
already
apply?
been, in my opinion, we've already been through the process. Again, and I don't want to go back, but this has been going on for a long time. And again, I cited an ORS a month ago that we could have dealt with this back in December, and the board chose not to. And Mr. Barnes or somebody could have already been trained. Now we're at the point that we are 1 week away from our treasurer, who is earning $75 an hour right now, leaving this county and being without a treasurer. So I think to push this farther out would be not in the best interest of the county. It would not be serving our citizens. We've already voted on this, and I would ask this board to remember that vote, remember the interviews that we already did and why we chose first and second, and to let our citizens know that we'll stand by that vote and move forward with the appointment.
Thank you, Commissioner Pash. Commissioner Herzog?
I actually went and watched that portion of the January 12th meeting, and between 30 minutes and 20 seconds to 30 minutes and 50, 60 seconds, we made a motion, and it was good discussion, and it was unanimous. So that I feel like we've made the decision already, and kind of glad we did. It didn't turn out the way any of us thought it would, but that's the hand we're dealt, and that's what I'm gonna go with. And so I would second Chris's motion. With no offense, but
No, that's fine.
I think-
You're articulating it well. I agree that it was a unanimous vote. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry,
You're
but no complaining here. So certainly no hard feelings. I see a little bit of haste here. It caught us all off guard this morning. I wanted to respond properly and not be reactive. If we don't have agreement on the board, I think we have discussed it probably adequately.
I think we were way ahead of the curve, actually. So, in doing that, on the 12th, like I said, nobody wanted to be in this situation, and Mr. Barnes or Mr. Baker is gone. I talked to him this morning, and he said nothing. Everybody was very professional. It's kind of like breaking up with a girlfriend. It's the old story. It's not you, it's me. And so we made provision for this on the January 12th meeting, and I'm going to stand by that. So.
Thank you, Commissioner Herzog. Staff, did you have anything? I'm sorry.
No.
Okay. Council Huddle?
Nothing further.
Staff Jesuit?
Nothing.
Roll call, please. Don't you love these
Commissioner
math?
Pash.
Aye.
Vice Chair Herzog.
Yes.
Wait, just repeat your motion.
My
Just-
motion is to appoint David Barnes as the as the treasurer for Curry County until the next election, as described by the county clerk in our January 11th meeting.
Commissioner Pash, if I could, I prepared an order. Would it just be to adopt that order?
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
there you go.
Second. Oh, did you don't?
You're okay, that's good. You reinforced the second. So yes, let's do roll call now.
Commissioner Pash.
Aye.
Vice Chair Herzog.
Yes.
Chair Boyce.
Yes?
Motion carried unanimously.
So, Mr. Barnes, I will, if you want to come up to the podium, please. I will be sure to include you in this information. I think it'll be beneficial, but you could review that and would have a better idea, certainly than I would. For the benefit of the citizens, welcome.
Thank you.
I'm going to do everything I can to support you. And as commissioners, I've always said, our job is to make our employees' job easier. You're actually elected position. I'm not referring to you as an employee, but nonetheless, in a small county, it's imperative that we all work really well together. So when I say your job as easy as possible, I'm as sincere as I can possibly be. Commissioner Pash, I think you had something?
Well, we just need to have another motion before I saw you grab the gavel, and I wanted to make sure we got that motion in.
Thank you.
So I would make a motion to remove signing authority from Douglas Baker for the treasurer's position and approve signing authority to David Barnes for the treasurer's position.
Second?
And that's effective upon him.
Swearing.
Yep, good.
Where,
After
Well, the
swearing.
removal would be effective immediately,
Yes,
and the appointing the signature authority to Mr. Barnes would be upon swearing.
thank you.
thank you.
So discussion. Commissioner Herzog? I'm assuming we're gonna do exactly with Mr. Barnes that we did with Mr. Baker on the background check? Is that the?
That's part of the order.
That is part of the order, thank you. I don't have anything else. Give Captain McDonald a bad time for me. Glad you're here, seriously. Director Rickert?
That's all.
Okay. Commissioner Herzog?
Nothing.
Commissioner Pash?
Nothing, sir.
Council huddle?
Nope.
January 22nd.
We got
Whoop.
Got to vote.
a vote still.
I'm sorry. I almost left you out, JJ. Call for the question, please.
Commissioner Pash,
Aye.
Vice Chair Herzog,
Yes.
Chair Boyce.
Aye.
Motion carried unanimously.
One more comment if I could, please.
Okay, that carried unanimously. Commissioner Pash, you had something?
I just, in conversation with Mr. Barnes in the hallway just before the meeting, Mr. Barnes also announced, because he's going to be, if he were to be the treasurer, that he would need to step down from the Fair Board and from the Housing Authority. So we will be needing to reappoint those two positions.
Just keeps going.
Yes. And the Fair Board, we have applications just from last week, so we could still
Yeah.
select them. On the 20th meeting, we could select one of those. I see council's hand up, but as far as the Housing Authority, I'm not sure how the process would be for that.
Good.
Had some alternates.
Just a formality, the Fair Board membership has certain ways to, anyway, you're gonna need to submit both those resignations in writing, Mr. Barnes. Yes. Thank you. That's
So
all.
that would be our February 3rd meeting. We will take that up.
No,
Correct?
next Wednesday, right?
No,
Oh, we don't have a meeting.
February 3rd.
You're off the hook, John.
And that's by the way, that's an afternoon general meeting, which starts, I think we decided
o'clock.
2.
1 o'clock.
And we go till 8 o'clock at night, yes.
I don't
Pizza
think
for
so.
dinner.
Okay, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you all very much. Thank you, staff.